I did that last week too.
Who are you? Are you talking to yourself?
Hey, Teddy. Where'd you go, Teddy?
Are,
Come back in here.
are
There
you
you go.
just are you just sitting there talking to yourself?
Yeah, man, because I pushed the wrong damn button again.
Jesus,
I keep trying to cut our cameras off while that's going on so we don't pop up in the middle of something, but
getting pretty rough for you.
yeah,
Yeah, yes, I've just about
yeah,
had it.
yeah. I hear. I've seen you've taken the time since last week to do nothing with that room still.
What is it to do? What is it to do? Nobody. I'm not going to move anybody in here, so I don't need to put no bed or nothing in here. So this is the
No.
what they call it, the cave or my man cave.
Well, you might have, a time or two that you might have a guest at the house. You got to have a
I only
no,
guess in
no.
here is Rufus. Okay, and and he doesn't allow any other people in here but Denise.
Well, that's the name I was thinking of. I just said,
Hey, I want
Teddy,
to say before we get
yeah,
started too, we got our hats in road trip after hours. I guess we can see that right there. So, when you get your answer, your question, we're gonna send you a nice road trip after hours hat, so you can wear and kind of look presentable. You know what I mean? Kind of represent for us players.
yeah.
All right, there we go.
All right, look, we were talking about tickets and the ticket prices just last week. And since then, Teddy, PW Insider has put out a current ticket pricing structure for WrestleMania. I want to share some of these prices with you. I want to give you an idea what people have to look to pay when they go to WrestleMania this year.
Now, I don't know why you want to run my blood pressure up.
Oh man, because I just think it's going to blow your mind when you see this. If you're
Okay.
in the 400 section of this, the arena, and this is the nosebleed seats we're talking about. So we're going to go from the nosebleeds all the way down to ringside. All right, nosebleeds are $854 a ticket. If you're in the section just below that, $1,174. Then you get to the 200 level, and that gets up around anywhere from 1,300 to 1,700, if I'm reading this correct. And then at the 100 level, a little bit lower, near the, you get towards the floor now, and you're still going to pay roughly $1,500 for a ticket. 1,500. And then if you want to get on the floor, if you're on the floor, now this is not ringside. It doesn't say anything about ringside, but it says on the floor, $8,998. Damn, Teddy. I don't see how anybody in their right mind could justify spending that kind of cash.
Well,
and you're not going by yourself. And if you're a family, there is absolutely no way.
Well, my thing is this, this all this does is just gives us something to talk about. This is going to happen regardless, and my thing with it, I understand. And if people don't realize that right now you're living in a world that is controlled by power and money, so you're not going to get in the way of that.
Nope.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I don't have no. I understand. The guys are going to get nice paychecks that are going to go over there and work. You know what I mean? So, you can't knock them. This is their job. This is what they do. So if, it's up to the people. People have to take a stand. If they disagree with it, then don't buy a ticket.
And
That's the
that's
only
the
thing you can
problem.
do. You know what I mean? So like I said, ain't nothing you can say about it. It's about the money, and that's what they're gonna go and they're gonna make it. And congratulations, man, to
But,
'em.
but it goes back to though that they've got like a problem selling these WrestleMania tickets. They're behind, and they even went so far as on I think it was SmackDown where they had in the ring 25% off WrestleMania tickets. They've already reduced the price 25%, and they're still saying that the people in the area and the hotels and the bars and anywhere else, you can't show the WrestleMania event. So those who go to Vegas just to enjoy the experience that can't afford the $9,000 to the damn stadium, they're going to enjoy it while they're in town with all the other stuff that's taking place. And now you're telling them, screw you. You're not going to be able to watch it unless
Well,
you have
my
your phone and you can watch it that way. But who wants
Well,
to?
my thing is
Oh,
this, and this has been the tradition of WrestleMania. It ain't nothing like being there.
Correct. And
Just
there's not.
that's
I mean,
that's all I gotta say.
I've been in both sides. I've been there, as media outside of the event, and I've been inside the event, and it is a big difference. But there are people that can't afford the pricing structure that they have, and those people can afford going to Vegas and watching it on a big screen in a bar somewhere and
Well,
enjoying it with a lot of other fans and get the same type of enjoyment. You know what I mean?
well, well, Mac. I mean, I understand exactly where you're coming from, but there's nothing we can do about
No, and it's sad. Look
it.
here, they do have a ticket price. I want to mention this: the Elite Experience at WrestleMania. The cost being $37,500. Now, here is what you get for that price. Jesus, row two floor seating for both nights, not ringside. Row two, on stage and in ring photo opportunity. No, that's worth 40 grand. WrestleMania stage walkout that nobody cares if you do or not. Meet and greet with Liv Morgan, an Area 15 kickoff access, 5-day WWE World VIP Fastlane ticket, all for the low price of nearly $40,000. And they wonder why their numbers are going down. They wonder,
Well,
why fans are leaving. Well, that's
here's
part of it.
here's what I think they're doing now. See, this is the first time ever for over there, for overseas, okay, in
Well,
another
this
country.
is just for their Vegas show day. I'm talking about the Vegas show this year.
Are you kidding me?
No, this is not Saudi. This is in Vegas. And that's where they're charging these prices. That's what I'm saying. It is just absolutely, I don't know. I mean, I understand as a company, you got to make money for your investors and your stocks, all that matters. But it's not going to make you any
Well,
money if you run the fans away.
well, this is a tryout. Okay, cool. And like I said, whether it's a first time ever for Saudi, it's a first time ever for us here in America because it's never been done like this before. This is the first time you have to experience that if you want to see WrestleMania, you have to go and pay or something to see it on a live screen. That has never happened before. So that's the first time ever for us. You know what I mean? But uh, here's what we just have to wait and see. This here, like I said, has never been done before. This is a trial. We'll see what happens overseas and we'll see what happens here. Like you said, people ain't got no money. Everything is really bad right now. So, but there's somebody that got it because somebody buying tickets. I don't know what they're selling out or what they're doing, but we just have to wait and after this thing, after WrestleMania is over in Vegas and see what really happens.
Yeah, I see what we're talking about ticket prices. And Herb Simmons, who we're going to be talking about in just a minute here with SICW and FanFest 4, is saying, I may need to reconsider our prices. So, no, Herb. That's the great thing about what we'll talk about in a minute, the SICW. It is affordable. You can bring your family. That is what wrestling has always been, a family thing. You can grab the kids and go watch a show. And now it's getting to the point where you can, unless you go get a loan before you leave town.
And here's the other thing too with SICW, they're going to give a big shout out to Herb Simmons. Want to let everybody know that we're still in negotiation, talking to him about coming in, being the GM. But I wanted people to know there too, if that does happen, then you ain't got to worry about increasing your prices. They're going to stay good, and we're going to start. If whatever you're drawing now, we're going to overdraw because I've done it before and I know I can do it again. So I think things are going to be happening in SICW if we come to some kind of agreement. That hasn't happened yet, but we'll see what happens.
Let me mention this too before we get into that special event. I do want to mention that Liv Morgan, she's having been the winner of the Royal Rumble, gets her choice of champions to go against, and she still has not chosen who she's going to go against. I want to throw something out there that may sound totally off the wall, and Teddy, I want you to get your opinion on this. Of course, the hot couple is Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom. Of course, they've always been the hot couple. Keep in mind that Dirty Dom is the Intercontinental champion, and she can pick any champion. But they didn't. They I don't think it's ever been said you can't pick, another gender. Whether you can or not. I think the story that goes into WrestleMania that would put eyes on the product that people would love to see is to have a lovers spat between those two that ends up in a match at WrestleMania for his Intercontinental Championship. I think that would be a hell of a good storyline for that to go.
And you know why that would work so good? Because what you just said is so entertaining. You
Yes.
know, it has time. You got time to build it too. You know what I mean? You
Yep.
can do some stuff and work your way right on up. So when it does come down, boom, it is, big clash. Yeah, that's what we need more of too. You know, you need more, entertaining stuff
Yep.
along with the storyline. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah,
And
I
you're talking
agree
about
with
two
that.
people who are completely capable of pulling this off. And I
Those are the
think,
ones.
yeah, and I think Dominik could make a really good match with Liv Morgan. I could see
Oh
that being
God.
really entertaining,
Oh
really good.
yes, yeah, and that's different. See,
Yes.
every now and then you got to do something different. You know what I mean? Something that people are like, oh, what is that? What's gonna happen? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
them hooked.
We're getting a lot of comments in here. I want to start throwing these up on the screen. It's absolutely free, by the way. If you're watching, you want to leave a comment, we'll throw it on the screen. If we use the comment and Teddy likes it at the end of the night, you'll get a free Road Trip After Hours hat that he just showed just a little bit ago. Brian is saying, hey, players, Mac, who are the most famous wrestlers that you have wrestled or shared the ring with, and how was it? Teddy, who was the worst person that you have had to work with other than John Layfield?
uh, John Layfield is not one of the worst persons to work with. John Layfield is a great guy to work with.
Yeah,
He
he is.
is outstanding. JBL, I love him, man. He just a great guy, and the reason why I love him, he proved himself to me, that he respected me and loved me as for me. You know what I mean? And his speech that he gave for me at my Hall of Fame induction showed me. You know what I mean? So if you want to hear what a great guy he is, go back and play that and let you know. Yeah, Bradshaw was a great guy. Wasn't a bad guy. A lot of guys that I hated sometimes, not really hated, just didn't like to work with them because they would always change stuff on you and not tell you, and then look at you and why you're not there. Well, you
Yeah.
didn't tell me. You know what I mean? But I think that was all part of it too. They would, guys would do stuff like that too, just to kind of yell at you, I guess.
Teddy, before we get away into just a quick break about SICW, on the other side, we got a video email that came in this week, and I'm going to play that on the other side of this. But first, I do want to mention the SICW FanFest that Teddy and I were referring to just a little bit ago. Fantastic time that will be taking place. You'll see it in the Fairview Heights, Illinois area at the Radisson. It's going to be a lot of fun. You want more information? Here you go.
Let's do this. You wanted more, so we're bringing you FanFest 4. JBL, Mickey James, Carlito, Haku, Dan Severn, Robert Gibson, Kerry and Ricky Morton, Glow Girl Sonny, Bobby Fulton, Eddie Long and Mac Davis, the Brooklyn Brawler, Johnny Ross, Doink the Clown, Demolition, D-Lo Brown, Buff Bagwell, Harvey Whippleman, Paul Ellering, the Powers of Pain, Wildfire, Tommy Rich, Cowboy Bob Orton, and more. May 8th and 9th, Fairview Heights, Illinois, at the Radisson Hotel and Conference Center. SICW FanFest 4. Plus, the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. Weekend includes Mick Foley's one-man show and the Bruiser Brody Memorial. SICW.org.
Letters, oh we get letters. We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
All right.
Hey, Mac.
Yes, sir.
Just before we get going here, I forgot to bring that in. Want to let everybody know this Saturday night, that's February 21st, I'll be with Deep South Wrestling right in Atlanta, Georgia. Gonna have a great show. You got that flyer with that address and the name of that building?
Let me see. Let me check real quick here. I do not, Teddy. I thought I had it in here, but I have to clean stuff
It's
out
in my
every week.
phone, and I'd have to go out Would that do anything if I went to it?
No, you only if you showed it on your phone to me. But yeah, you would disconnect if you did that. You don't want to do that.
Golly, man, it's on. Man, I was gonna write that down and didn't get a chance to do that.
Teddy. That's okay. Hey,
But
man,
it's on. Golly.
and Nick, if you're in the room, and Nick may be in the room, let me go
Yeah,
back.
Nick, if you can get in with us, I just need the address and the name of the building there that we're going to be this Saturday night. We're going to have a panel there. We're going to be talking about some of the great legends. We're going to have a special guest, Ivan Koloff. I think it's his granddaughter or his niece, one. I'm not really sure. But she's going to come and be a part of the panel and talk to us a little bit about Ivan, and we're going to just have a real great time. We're going to have some great matches there. And the women's champion, I think she's Mission Jules, if I'm not sure. So
Yeah,
she'll be defending her title there. And so we're going to have a great night of wrestling.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of things taking place. As a matter of fact, we'll talk a bit more about that at the end of the program as well, of some other things that are taking place. But I wanted to mention too, though, Teddy, on the SICW FanFest, one of our emails this week included a video. Now, I've never done this before, so I'm going to bring this up. And I have not opened it quite yet. Let me see. Okay, Teddy, here's what came via email.
Teddy Long is coming to FanFest 4 this year. Teddy Long's a good GM. Yeah, right, dude. Teddy Long can't even book a dentist appointment without making it a tag team match, playa. Ooh, a nasty burn. Mac Davis is coming to FanFest 4 this year. If Mac Davis's charisma was downloadable content, it would be the free trial. Ooh, a nasty burn. Mick Foley is coming to FanFest 4 this year. Mick Foley has a Hall of Fame career, yet he still dresses like he's waiting for his mom to pick him up from band practice. Ooh, a nasty burn.
I like that.
Let me just say this, Big Nasty. Don't poke the bear. You never want to poke a bear. I promise you. That's the mistake.
Big Nasty, I love you. Don't you worry about a thing, Big Nasty. If it does happen and I am in charge, you will remember Teddy Long.
All right, let's see what we got here. We have Curly Man popping in the room saying, "Hey, Teddy and Matt." Curly Man, I swear, I think he's not missed a single week. It seems like every week he's in here with us.
Well, I appreciate that, Curly Man. I'm thanking you so much for hanging in here with us, player. Thank you so much, and spread the word.
Zach Minger, the same way. Ice cream for breakfast day, Teddy and Mac. Oh man, I love me some ice cream. It just doesn't love me back, and I could put away some ice cream. Teddy,
I don't want.
Did you ever? Were you an ice cream fan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I eat some every now and then. I like a little bit of yogurt too, But I just the cream is so rich, no matter what it is. So I have to kind of stay away from it.
Let's see. We also have Brian saying, "Zach, that is every day if you smoke enough ice cream." Yeah, it tends to give you the munchies.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Zach. Thank you.
Let's see. Hey guys, Buddy and I are going to be at Legacy Night. Hope to see you. That's what.
Oh, that's what it is. That yes. She knows that's the name of his Legacy Night. That's what the show is in Atlanta. Ask Golly if she knows the address and the name of the building, if she could give us that.
Yeah, Ellen, if you know the address and stuff of the building, share that with us too, because Teddy can't remember shit. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not. No, you're not sorry about it. You said it. Now you're gonna come back. Oh God.
No, I was just coming back on the word.
Yeah. Sure.
Pretty classy lady saying, "Teddy, do you remember being the referee for a match between the Blue Meanie as Blue Dust versus Gold Dust?"
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, anything you remember specific about that at all? Were you during that match? All right, so you've got Blue Meanie who's acting like Gold Dust. Is that what it was?
No, it was the Blue Meanie versus Gold Dust.
Yeah, but was the blue dust character he played that night? Was it almost like a blue version of Gold Dust?
Well, he did the gimmick, you know what I mean? He just
Yep.
wasn't full blown with it, but he did the gimmick. Yeah, it was, well, everybody knows Blue Meanie. He was real entertaining. Like the guy too. He had a good attitude, man. Real nice guy, man. So Meanie was good.
Let me ask you something. You were there when Gold Dust originated, right?
Yes.
What was the response backstage? I mean, I'm sure a lot of those guys had to go, "Oh, what are we doing here?" You know?
Well, up there, it was strictly business. It wasn't like working in WCW. When you
Yeah.
seen something, if you didn't agree with it, you better not let nobody know you don't agree with it. Because the thing about that, I had to find out too, and I learned so much by letting people think I don't know. Uh, when Vince created something, there were a lot of things I used to that guys were people that I knew that were me and old cool that when they had the production meeting, they would come and talk to me and they said, "Do you know what Vince wanted to do?" Now, why would he want to do that? Why, you know what I mean? They're just bitching about it. And all of a sudden, after 2 weeks or something, next thing you know, it's on fire.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. I had to learn that part. Maybe I don't like it, but wait a minute. Let me see it. Let it grow. That's the thing, and Vince was smart. He didn't waste no time with nothing. If it grow immediately and get over, he cut it. But he would always try it, and
Yep.
he would make it work. So that's I learned to, things that you think might not work might fill the arena up every night.
I'll say this too when it comes to gimmick situations, like just recently on Raw, they had this giant box that's backstage. And I've seen a lot of people, give them hell about that box backstage. But in a roundabout way, it's kind of smart because if you want people to keep watching to find out what's in the box, then you're doing your job right. No matter how ridiculous it may be, and it never seems to really work, you're
but, but,
still going to
but
tune in to see what the hell's in the box.
because one day something's gonna jump out of that box.
Something will jump out of that box. It'll, because they had Sting come out. It didn't quite work when Sting did it in WWE. What was the other? Chainsaw Charlie came out of a box, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because I think he cut his way through the box. So there's a couple of times that's happened. But what it really does is just another spinoff of somebody under a mask. It gives you a reason to keep watching to figure out what's in it or who's in it, whatever it may be. And that part I applaud when it comes to, doing something about your program because it's needed a little punch. I'm not saying this is the fix by any means, but I do think
But it's something brand new.
it's new and maybe they'll make it pay off. Of course, the thing too,
Well,
to pay
the
off.
only way we make it pays off is whoever is in that box, they have to be somebody.
They got to be somebody. Otherwise, you've just wasted it. Herb Simmons in the room. Hey, Herb, good to see you. Saying good evening to the best two individuals on the air. Man, we appreciate that, Herb.
Thank you, Herb.
Can't wait to see you there, and I can't wait to see you go into that Hall of Fame. Also, we have pretty classy ladies saying not only do people have to pay for the show tickets, but also flights, hotel, travel, food, and that's and you got to include all that, and it's not cheap either.
Ain't nothing cheap nowhere.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
I
would ask
agree.
you something too. We're celebrating Black History Month and everything, and I was just wondering, I know always Vince always did something for Black History Month, and I just haven't been keeping up with it. And I'm just wondering, did they do anything?
I'm tell you the truth, Teddy. I didn't notice if they did. I'll say this: when it comes to the packages that we used to get in WWE, they were really well done. And that's something, those kind of things always inspired my creativity when it came to doing videos and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
I enjoyed how good they were. I'm not so sure that they're as good as they used to be. They're not as effective. And there was a great one for Martin Luther King that they ran 2 or 3 years in a row. It was, and there's no reason you can't run it again. It was a fantastic package. But they do need to get somebody on the creative that can do better videos like they used to have under Vince's
Well,
watch.
I don't want to go into all that. I was just trying to see if they made any mention because Vince always did that. And if you can remember back in my office in SmackDown, there was a picture of Martin Luther King on my
Yep.
wall there. You always remember, and Vince put that there. That was his idea. So thank him very much. So I was just wondering, you
Yep.
know,
All right, let's see. We have Dave Crone popping into the room saying, "What's up?" Hey, Dave, good to see you in here. He's also asking Teddy, did you ever meet Iceman King Parsons?
yes, I did. I had the opportunity to meet him, and what a real nice guy. And I really have a lot of respect for him because here's a guy too, that he could be out on the indies and doing stuff, especially on the signings, and but he won't do them. You know what I mean? I seen him on a couple, and I had a chance to talk to him too, and try to explain, how this is a game too, how this works.
Yeah.
So, but he was just so nice, man. Yeah, what I mean, and I tried to explain to him they loved you here in Texas, man. You could you get a good 2 year run on these signings and stuff. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scott Lance popping in the room. That's an old friend of mine from the indie days. Hey, guys. Teddy, I was rewatching old SmackDown from like 2005 recently. How was your feud with Carlito and Drew McIntyre? I
It was
always
very
enjoyed watching you when you put them in when you put them in their place.
Oh, very good. All those were Vince's ideas. He wrote that stuff. The thing that with Carlito is when Carlito, they got the petition trying to get me fired.
Yep.
And finally, Linda McMahon come out at the end. They reinstates me. And I think the pop of the night is Carlito went to get a bite of the apple and he threw it and I caught it.
Yep. I
And
do remember that.
I took a bite
Yeah.
of the apple. And you know what I mean? See, that's
Yep.
the stuff right there, and I walked out.
Whose idea
But
was that, Teddy? Was that something that was just off the cuff, or was that something Vince?
no,
Said, "Well, let's
that
just
just
smash it"?
happened. That just happened right off the cuff.
Oh, that's
You
that's
know,
that's cool.
he went to go out there. He went to go out and said, "I'll catch it." You know what I mean?
That's cool.
That happened right off. And the other thing with Drew McIntyre was just so good, and I helped him along with that because I told him, I said, "This is what'll really get him." I said, "Every man loves his grandkids." I said, "Now I'm gonna turn you down all the way on the end." I said, "In fact, I've had enough. I'm out of here. I'm getting out." As I go to step out, then hit me with this. Well, Teddy, what about your grandkids? What are they gonna think about you? What are they gonna think when they grow up to see you? You know what I mean? And
Yep.
now I stop. Now this gives me something to think about, man. I love my grandkids. I don't want them
Oh yeah.
thinking granddad's a failure. So now I'm sitting there and I'm selling, and I step back in. All right, Drew. All right, we'll do it your way. You see? You
Yep.
see?
Yep. You got to make them. You got to make them want you. You got to make that emotion live.
Believe, make them
Yes.
believe. I be to my grandkids. That's it. You got me.
Yep. All right, Nick is in the room. Joe Hamilton, Nick Patrick, is saying moving Legends Night to Monday night garage in the west end of Atlanta. Need more space. Well, that's a good sign. That means you're selling tickets really well.
Yeah.
So Teddy, you may want to get with him on that.
But no. Is it now? Is it not now? Saturday
It's
and
on Monday night now.
I'm not sure because I just talked to the guy last night. They have another thing they call Legends Night too. They have two different deals.
Okay, well, you just get with
Tell
Joe.
Nick to let us know, is they moving this now to from Friday to Monday or what? I don't know what's going.
And nobody else here really. Oh no, I'll take that back. People who want to go do care. Let's see.
Yeah.
We got Dave saying Big Nasty going to get the clothesline from hell. Yeah, well, let's hope so because he probably deserves every bit of it.
Who's going to get the clothesline from hell?
Well, JBL will be there, so it'll be very possible that Dave may see his ass looking at the lights for it. So
And
he
it
won't even
might
see
be-
the lights.
It might be possible that the only person who could make that happen is the GM.
Dave is saying something that just hit me when I was talking. I mean, actually, Scott is saying that if it comes out of a box, it's over. I can't remember who said it. Somebody did say that at one time. There's some story about somebody who made that comment, and Vince purposely put some people in boxes just to kind of prove them wrong. They may have been Jim Cornette saying that if you put them in a box, they'll be over. Let's see. Dean Ambrose. I'm not sure what that's referring to. Sorry about that. And they say that
he might have been talking about Dean was in the box or something. That's what we were talking about.
They changed due to the size of the venue, is what Ellen is saying. And
All I'm trying to see is it happening Saturday night or Monday?
Yep. Let's see. And also, I'm trying to go through some of these before we run out of time.
I got this guy's number. I'll call him later tonight
Yep.
and find out. Because he
Uh,
hadn't called, so that's why I was saying I didn't. This is the first I heard of it.
Pretty classy lady saying the best we're going to get from Triple H for Black History Month is him not firing any black folks. I wouldn't even count on that. No telling. Teddy loves that one.
He just gave me my answer, so I'm satisfied.
Dave is saying, Teddy, when you gained weight back in the day, how did you eventually lose it?
Well, I started doing a lot of cardio. That was the first thing I did. And so after I got involved with that cardio, I started enjoying it. You know, when you train, once you start seeing results, then that makes you want to train more. You know, now
Oh,
you're
yeah.
seeing that you're doing something for yourself. And then that's when I saw, I was, getting the weight down and helping myself out. And then plus, it was just something about the cardio. I just enjoyed it. I just loved it, man. I'm
Still
doing
do.
it. I'm doing it to this day. I
Yeah.
still do it. I had to stop. I was always doing an hour. And I had to stop this time because my doctor told me, he said, you're losing too much weight. So I knocked myself down to like 30 minutes now. That's basically all I do. But I have to do some cardio, and I ain't going on the 30 now. I'm going to do that 30.
Yeah, I'll never. The day that he doesn't get on a treadmill is the day that they're putting him in the ground because Teddy
Please
is
don't say
in there.
that. Just say that they ran out of treadmills.
Dave Crone saying that it was, you were right, talking about the person in the box. He thinks it may be Dean Ambrose in the box. He's still with AEW, so I don't know. I guess the person who's under the mask now doesn't really matter because eventually it could be anybody that they put under the mask. They've done that several times, including the Black Scorpion from the early days. It was not always the same person under the mask as the Black Scorpion. In fact, we didn't even see Flair as the Black Scorpion until that match actually happened, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Let's see. Money Mac popping in the room, man. It's good to see you in here saying, hello, gentlemen. What's going on from the Bay Area in San Francisco, California?
Player, we are just hanging and banging. Mac and I having a great time and enjoying the show tonight, and we're glad you checking in with us, man. Just keep on coming.
Absolutely. And before we get out of here, I do want to mention a few things. Teddy, be thinking about who you want to give that hat to. But in the meantime, I do want to bring up a couple of things. Teddy, this is something I know you're going to be a part of. This will be the Spring Fever with MCW. You have that coming up. Let me see if I can get rid of the...
Oh, and I also got that. I'm gonna be in Maryland for 3 days there. It's that spring. That's kind of a tour. So I'm gonna be in different parts of Maryland. We will have James Ellsworth back on the show here before March, before time for that, and we'll talk about it again. Also in Atlanta, Georgia, on March the 14th, I'll be at Center Stage for MLW.
Oh, good.
I'll be there for those guys. So we got a big show coming up, and a little bit of tease here. They said they got a group that have named themselves the Skyscrapers. And so you remember at one time in my career, I managed Dan Spivey and God rest his soul, Sid Vicious. They were the Skyscrapers. So going to be a big night in Atlanta, Georgia at Center Stage for MLW.
And I will be in Michigan this weekend. I'll be 3 different nights of JCW Lunacy wrestling action. Be some TV tapings, and it should be a lot of fun. And the best part is it's free. You can come to these events absolutely free. The first night on Friday night, this Friday, will be in Saginaw, Michigan. Then on the second night, Saturday, in Detroit. And on our third night, we'll be in, I'm trying to see if I can read that, Lancaster, if I'm reading that right, because it's really small on the screen. Let me enlarge this because I want to see this for sure. And, well, it doesn't work even if I try to erase it because my eyes are not that good.
I see it.
Can you go? I'm trying to read who's at the bottom, who all is going to be there. You can see that?
One vault. I see the first vault.
No, I'm talking at the very bottom there. I'm trying to
Oh,
read
and
the
those
very...
that black
Oh, I
stuff.
see it now. Violent J, of course, I knew that. Vince Russo will be there. Mr. Anderson will be there as well, and many other people. I really can't read this; it's too small for me to read.
Yeah, I can't see that.
But it's going to be a lot of fun in Michigan and the Detroit area. And so if you're listening to the show or watching the show right now, and you can make it out there, make sure to say hello while we're there. It's going to be a lot of fun this coming weekend. Next weekend I'll be in Miami, but this weekend I'm going to be in the cold, so I'll be ready to hit that sunshine in Miami next weekend, Teddy.
Well, enjoy yourself. Have a great time.
Yeah, man. All right, Teddy, who are we going to give a hat to tonight?
I can't remember the kid's name. The second question there. Can you go back up to that? Is that any problem?
Second question.
Let's
Let me
get this
see.
man a road trip after hours had here.
Let's see. Well, I thought we had more than that. Teddy, you're supposed to remember this.
I was trying to,
what was it about? Do you remember?
Huh?
What was it about?
If I could remember that, then I'd know who we want to send it to. Begging you.
I'm trying. There's so many different
It's
questions.
about the second question, I think, when we first got started.
Let's see. We had the thing about Iceman King Parsons. We had Herb talking about the pricing of the tickets. There was one from Brian that was asking about the famous wrestlers that we've wrestled on. Teddy, who was the worst person you had to work with? Was it John?
Yeah, let's send him one.
Okay, that's Brian. And Brian, if you will, send me your information, and you can do it simply by just leaving a comment down below. If you'd rather do it private, you can send it to Mac Davis Mail. That's MAC Davis Mail, MAIL @gmail.com. And I'll make sure to get that out to you. Teddy's got in his hands right there, and we'll put it in the mail to you. By the way, I have seen some pictures of those who have gotten their hats. Thank you very much. We'll share those soon.
You show them?
I can't show them right now, but we are going to show them soon. I'm going to show several of them.
Why you can't show them? They're nude?
No, no. I might start choosing the winners if that's the case.
I'm sure you will.
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you again next week, next Wednesday night, same time, same place. Should be a lot of fun. Teddy, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No, man. I just thank everybody for joining us each and every Wednesday, and tell your friends and everybody, let's get these numbers up and people keep on coming and talking to us. And don't forget, if you ask a question and I like your question, we'll send you a free road trip after hours hat. And just everybody here, we just all about having a good time.
And I want to say, too, since our last show, we've had a major increase in our subscribers. I appreciate that very much. If you haven't done so, please go down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification button, because that'll tell you when we're going live. But really, in the last week, thank you so much for the extra subscribers. Keep it up. Share this link everywhere you can so people know we're here. Like Teddy says, it's absolutely free, and it's one of the few shows you can participate in where it doesn't cost you anything at all. We're out of here. I'm Mac Davis, and that is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long.